The Golden Valley police shortage is a hot topic for residents and candidates running for office. The staffing situation is happening all across the country, and in Golden Valley, the numbers have been trending down too. Last year, the Golden Valley City Council budgeted for 33 full-time sworn officers. However, this year, the City Council reduced that number down to 31, with a plan to replace those sworn officers with 2 full-time community resource officer positions. And in next year's budget, the City Council is proposing to go down to 30 sworn officers by eliminating a school resource officer position. There are also job vacancies. As SONYA GOINS reports, those numbers differ depending on whom you ask.
There's a vigorous hiring process going on right now at the Golden Valley Police Department, but the department is in transition with a new interim police chief and some uncertainty among officers. It's coming down to a numbers game. Officials with Law Enforcement Labor Services say the Golden Valley Police Department is currently down to 23 sworn officers out of 31 positions.
If you look at how many officers they're down right now, it would be comparable to Minneapolis, to Brooklyn Center. There's 3 more officers that are in the pipeline to go to other agencies.
But Mayor Shep Harris says there are fewer vacancies.
We're down 4, and we're actively, we're trying to actively fill all 4, but right now we've got one of those 4 in process.
Both sides say there are various reasons for the shortage: retirements, medical leave, and departures to other police agencies. Staff numbers have changed over the years with a shift in positions.
We had a mental health police officer position, then we added another mental health police position, and now we're taking those positions and including them as part of the community resource specialist positions. So we took some of our patrol officer numbers and switched it over to that.
Community resource officers are not licensed, and the police union says some sworn officers are leaving because they're unhappy with how the city is running things.
They're leaving because there's just some issues going on within the organization that they're having with the city administration right now.
What we're doing is we're going through some changes. People normally don't like change. And these are tough conversations that we're having to have, especially because of COVID and especially what happened last year with George Floyd's murder. We're having to rebuild relationships.
The City Council voted to replace the Civil Service Commission with the new Peace Commission, in part to streamline the hiring process.
We are responding to what we're hearing in the community and the changing needs of public safety.
In Golden Valley, SONYA GOINS, CCX News.
Brooklyn Park police are looking for the person who randomly fired multiple shots at another person near an apartment complex. Police say the incident happened at around 6 p.m. Tuesday near the Park Haven apartments. The victim told police that the shooter came out from a concealed location and began firing a handgun. The victim did not know the shooter, who is described as a teenage boy. A neighboring residence was struck by the gunfire. No one was hurt in the incident. Meanwhile, Brooklyn Park police are investigating another shooting case in the northern part of the city. Police say 2 people were shot at in a business parking lot in the 9500 block of Noble Parkway. This happened around 2 a.m. Monday. Police say the victims were in a parked vehicle when another vehicle pulled in and began shooting. No one was hurt and no arrests have been made. Hennepin County authorities have charged a Brooklyn Park man in a Crystal stabbing case that raises awareness about domestic violence. Cortez Banks is charged with attempted murder for allegedly attacking his girlfriend with a knife. According to the criminal complaint, the woman had just broken up with Banks, who needed a place to stay after being released from jail. The complaint says Banks stabbed the victim several times. The woman initially did not have a pulse, but first responders helped revive her. The victim's mother also suffered knife wounds. A 2-year-old child in the apartment was not hurt. Osseo is seeking state money to improve its wastewater treatment stations. On Tuesday, the House Capital Investment Committee visited lift station number 1 in Osseo as part of its bonding tour. Osseo officials and engineers made their pitch for funds to repair and modernize the city's 3 lift stations. Lift stations raise wastewater and sewage to higher ground so it can be piped to treatment facilities. Osseo's lift stations haven't been upgraded since being built in 1960. The city is seeking $1.3 million to upgrade them, which is roughly half of the city budget.
When you have a lift station that's essentially right next to residential properties, safety is paramount, not only for our employees who manage and operate the facilities, but also the neighboring properties. And we want to make sure that We're good stewards of public safety here.
If the city doesn't receive any bonding money, property taxes and utility rate hikes are expected in order to make those necessary upgrades. A popular fitness chain is calling on all cyclists to sweat it out in the gym this weekend and raise money for a good cause.
Right here. Down, up, down, up. Yes.
Lifetime is inviting both members and non-members to its clubs on Saturday to take part in the inaugural Ride of a Lifetime charity cycle event. Anyone who is interested can sign up for one of Lifetime's cycle classes. Each participant is asked to raise a minimum of $250. All proceeds will benefit Children's Miracle Network hospitals and the Lifetime Foundation, which works with local schools to help them serve healthier food.
It is fun. The energy is amazing, bringing everybody together. And of course, with the music, the entertainment and everything we have that we put on with our classes, and amazing performers, instructors.
Lifetime's fundraising goal for this weekend is $1 million. You can find a link to register at the Plymouth, New Hope, or Maple Grove locations on our website, ccxmedia.org. Students at Fourth Baptist Christian School started their day Wednesday with an annual tradition of gathering around the flagpole.
This morning was really about the school body coming to really worship God and thank Him for a lot that He has done for us. Because throughout this school year, it is so evident that He is really working in our school. Our numbers have grown so much.
The gathering is called See You at the Pole, and it's organized by students. The event started in 1990 and has grown to be observed at schools all across the country.
The Maple Grove girls swimming and diving team has a new head coach this season and a lot of young swimmers. Jay Wilcox has more on the Crimson.
It's so far so good this season for the Maple Grove girls swimming and diving team. New head coach NATALIE Strauss and her team are 3-0 in dual meets coming into Tuesday night.
I am very happy with this team right now. I'm happy that we have NATALIE here. She's a new coach, but she's amazing. All the girls this year are really young. They're 8th graders and 7th graders, and they're all doing great.
I feel really great. There's a lot of new swimmers this year, and it's been amazing having everyone in the same pool all the time and having new coaches. And it's a lot of shifts, but it's been really cool seeing everything work out.
Yeah, I'm really excited for how the season's looking. I think we have a great group of girls. We definitely have a younger group of girls on our team, but so far it's going great.
We have a really hard-working group of girls. They're doing great, practicing and competing. It's a very large team and a very young team. We have a total of about 10 11th and 12th graders, and the rest of the 50 are 10th grade and below.
It's a busy week competition-wise for the Crimson. Northwest Suburban Conference meets Tuesday against Blaine and Thursday at Elk River, with an invitational hosted by Tartan set for Saturday.
It's going to be a little exhausting, but I'm pretty excited for it. I know I love meets and watching everyone cheer each other on and encouraging other swimmers and seeing people get new times. I think meets are really fun, so I think this week will be pretty awesome.
After several years in Section 8AA, Maple Grove is now in Section 5AA, which has been ruled by Wayzata. They're eager to see how they stack up with some familiar teams and some not so familiar.
One of our big team goals is to have at least one athlete in the top 8 at sections. We're in a new section this year, so we're not super familiar with it, me being a new head coach in this area.
If the Crimson keep progressing, they'll be in the hunt. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
Thanks, Jay. The Champlin Park boys soccer team lost their first match they played this season, 3-2 to Maple Grove back on August 28th. But the Rebels have not lost since. Jason Melillo has the highlights from their latest win.
9th-ranked Champlin Park hosting Coon Rapids in boys soccer. Early first half, Rebels junior Sylvester Doe creates space and scores, giving his team a quick 1-0 lead. Cullen Mork bodies off the defender, and his pass into the box is chipped in by Abraham Lacus. It's 2-0 CP. Still in the first, Doe zips by the defender and scores again. Rebels are up 3-0 at the break. Second half, Mohamed Ulel finds Leo Kane, and he rips the shot and goal. Champlin Park wins 4-0. The Rebels are now 7-1. Jason Melillo, CCX Sports.
Senior night at Armstrong as the Falcons girls soccer team hosted Park Center on a cool Tuesday evening. The best scoring chance of the night for the Pirates comes early in the second half, but Falcons goalie Sydney Smith punches out the shot by Devin Torgerson. No score yet in the match. The Falcons break the tie here, though. Off a corner kick by Carly Fisher. It comes right to Sarah Osborne. Her header is in for a goal, and Armstrong is up 1-0 11 minutes into the second half. 4 minutes later, Perry Thompson keeps control of the ball and gets free. She shoots and scores. The Falcons up 2-0 as they move closer to the win. Armstrong's number 39, Lauren Jones, in traffic, is able to chip the ball high into the Park Center net for the final goal of the evening. The Falcons score their first victory of the season with a 3-0 shutout of the Pirates.
The Armstrong boys soccer team also won their match against Park Center, defeating the Pirates 2-1. And that's all for sports. I'm John Jacobson.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.